carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east to find Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Okay, go to Hawthorne Hut. Indeed, I'm a mailing of the Twin Adder. I understand you are here to learn of the Sylphs. For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has coveted the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they are as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, know. Would you know more? You do well to speak with the master of the hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Oy, oy. Alright. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. They're beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all cluttered in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. Alright, Isabel. The Sylphs? Yes, Father told me his stories plenty of times. And I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. Best do not underestimate them or our account of their childlike looks, lest you face end up in a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Oh boy. Little pranksters. Games Pixies. Sylphs? Innovative tricksters and troublemakers. That is what they are. One day they're drawing mobile faces on our mask. Next, they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they'll just laugh at you. Wolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Quickest way to a quiver woman's heart is through her stomach. Don't ever think of trying to foist your foodstuffs onto a sylph. This sustain the sylph by simply bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Oh, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories have brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It just may help you win their favor with our forest friends. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. Don't take kindly upon guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along Drat. What was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. There we go. A peace offering for the Sylphs? For anyone else, I recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you far past their front doorstep. Dear, no, their tastes run far more than unusual. If you are perchance familiar with the milk root, that's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'll not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspect clump of glass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow with this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck! Oh boy. Why do I feel that this is just one prank after another? Hi, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? So, milk root. Milk root, but of course. Those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect is just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap it up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Alright, first content. Taking the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. It should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you the god's awful stench. Sylphs love that stuff, but me, I'd rather burn my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of mortals that put an end to my venturing days. But I could tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company well enough to know that they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of some full flower mead with your name on it if you regale me with your adventuring tales. Flagon tales, there's always time for flagon tales. Take a quaff and take my hand, then we'll drink all the ale. Ere I forget, don't go trapezing off just yet. Maylene here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Alrighty. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. See no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Camusio. He has served as intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion. He has a close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of its melodrous root and the sylph so adore. I have something far greater to import for you to deliver. A missive from the elder seer herself. To summarize the letter's content in brief, vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, that restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. So, reliving emissary times again, yes. The war on the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources, and we could ill afford to get mixed in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of the mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Alrighty. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. Alrighty. I danced for you, then I put my food in the oven. La-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. This one would welcome walking ones who move like these. If walking ones would talk to this one, and this one will answer. This one's a bit busy. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak in quick tongue. Walking one brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. So I basically gave him beer. The joys of beer. This one gives many thanks. Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania. We're here to treat with your people. We come to pay respects to your elder, to learn from him more of your Lord Ramun. Who are these ones? These walking ones from Gridania? Walking one became a dancing one and Brock Mildew, but walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home, but the Sylphs of Little Souls have always welcomed Gridania envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Kalanu here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking Ones. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Why never? Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Kalanu's jig insufficiently jiggy? I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile flirty friends feeling uncomfortably wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around to see how we might earn their trust. More dancing! More dancing must be commenced, with lots of drinking of milk root. Ida now has a notion how one might earn the soul's trust. Are you in the mood for dancing? Alright, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the soul's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were yourself, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'm happy to join. Ow, ow. Got those bloody leg cramps on mine acting up again. Liar! Would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing spot smiles and high spirits of all little souls. But the better news? Well, I have thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Lazy bum. Alrighty, Pappy Nemo. An adventure, you are no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. I have no doubt that what I'm getting at, Sylphs who make their homes in Little Souls do so by having driven from their wooden home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You'd be better off inquiring with Hero Media of the Gridanians who resides here. She is most likely to be privy of the Sylph's troubles. Okay, Lexio. Okay. Praise to be the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. Sylphs of Little Souls are sorely in need of aid. Pray, hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Souls wants more amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from moms around here are free to roam and wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Ziz, Gorlins, and Gallnats roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slay one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie brushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, but what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Camuxio. He is slow to warm and to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. I'm about to trip over my own tongue. Go to these 2. This one must bathe in sunlight to survive. Without sunlight, these ones will fall ill and shrivel away to no one's. Thanks to Walking One, this one can safely bathe in sunlight again. Praise be to Walking One. Steak. Dancing One is still here. Dancing One can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned. brownies were once inhabited by a race of tiny creatures called brownies. They would use their spores of this particular mushroom to paint their faces. Willow! Willow reference! Yes! I recognize that! Dancing one brings brownie bushes for this one. This one can dye threads once more. This one is pleased. Dancing one kills bitey, buzzy ones. This one hates bitey, buzzy ones. Dancing one is kind, too kind. Many walking ones come to these one's abode, but few are friendly like dancing one. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust dancing one after all. This one asked dancing one for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must always be careful. Always careful. But dancing one is not like the other walking ones. This one can trust dancing one. This one would ask dancing one for help. Strange ones walking with bodies of steel come to home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' homes in danger. Danger! Danger! Danger, Will Robinson! These one beg for dancing one to help with this one no more. Dancing one is friends with these ones and walking ones, yes? Dancing one must speak to these ones here and walking ones in Hut House to find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something. But this one should speak no more. Go, dancing one. This one depends on kindness of dancing one. Okay. Go to this one over here. This one is happy to see dancing one return. What did the dancing one learn? This one sees. Steel ones come from Empire. Carry boxes and go walking deep through trees. As this one thought, steel ones up to no nasty good things. This one knows force well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow dancing one's map. This one makes mark. Right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing one will go looking for steel ones, yes? Dancing one's back. This one breathes a sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing one found something? Dancing one found paper inside box. Message from the Empire. This one can read walking one symbols. Message papers has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes. This one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned it comes from home of these ones. How does steel walking ones know how to find them? Is there a sneaky one hiding behind one's wings? Stooping one selling secret to steel walking ones. This one fears for this one's home, but dancing one has helped this one much today. Dancing one must promise to always be friend to these ones. Yeah, I will. Helpful one arrives at good time. This one needs helpful one's help. One of these ones named Claxio ventured outside Little Souls alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. Claxio has struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in belly of a beastly one.